Well, let's work on continuing the retopology of the character's head today. I'm going to go ahead and come over here to the grease pencil area over on the Tools shelf and click on Draw. And I'd like to just extend this edge on up over the head. So I'll draw one edge here, one here, let's say, another here, and maybe a couple of more going up over to the ear. Maybe like so. Now that I've got that, I'll press Enter, and then I'll go into Edit mode, and I'll select these points here, these edges. I'll select that point and Control-click this one to select that whole row of edges, and then I'll just click Add Surface. And there we go. Now I'm going to take the follow down to 1, and I'll also turn off X-ray so we don't see through it. So I'll just drag these into the center real quick. And remember, with clipping on over here in the mirror modifier, those will snap into the center. Now, one thing I'd like to do is, as I extend this area back to the back of the head, I would like, let me turn off X-ray, I would like for these to come back and be evenly spaced, so that when they come back to the back of the head, we don't have some polygons wider than the others. But to do that, I kind of need to gently expand these here as they move toward the back. So I think what I can do is just select these points and press Shift V to slide a vertex. So I'll press Shift and the V key and just slide the vertex over just a bit, just to make things a little more even. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let's come back here to the back side again, and I'll turn off X-ray, and I'll begin drawing out the edges that are going to extend down to the back of the neck. I'm going to click the Draw button again, and this time I'll come down like this. Okay, so I'm going to press Enter, hit Add Surface, take the cross down to 1, take the follow down to 1 as well. And then I'll hit X-ray and see how that looks. Looks like I missed one, huh? What happened here is that I didn't select this edge to extend on down. But what I can do, let me just count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's an interesting way to fix that. I'm just going to press Control R for the loop cut. And I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just do this. And that should match up with that. Yeah, I know. That's cheating, right? But I just forgot to select that edge. So let me select these then. And these. And once we have these edges selected, I'll press Control E. And let's come down here to Bridge Edge Loops. So I'll click that, and that should bridge those back together. So the problem was is I drew out the grease pencil lines, but I didn't then select what edge was going to be extruded. So it just created geometry out on its own. So now let's take a look at connecting these up around the ear. I think what I'll do is begin with this edge and kind of come down like this and try and keep in mind my edges on the front. So I'm going to just go, say, here and here and here and this one, and maybe come around like that. There we go. I'll hit Enter, select this edge, and let's see what happens. Add surface. Let's take the follow down to 1, and there we go. Let me connect this one up here. I'll move this. And at this point in time, it just begins to be a puzzle, kind of how you can most efficiently arrange these polygons so they're relatively low resolution. You have relatively few of them, while still maintaining the basic shape of the character. Let me select these 4 and hit the F key. Now for this, I think I'm just going to use very basic extruding. Just extrude these edges and move them out around this ear. See how close I can get to the actual shape of the ear. So with that whole edge selected, I'll just hit E and extrude. And let's see what I can do. So I'm just going to move it out like this. Maybe scale it a bit. I'll try that again. Hit E and extrude. Bring this up. Scale it in some. And let's keep on going. So I'll hit E and extrude. Scale this in some more. And extrude again. On up to here, let's say. Scale this in a bit. And one last time up here. All right. So what I think I'll do is I'll work on this a little bit off camera, and I want to pull these in some so it matches the inside of the ear just a little bit. I'm going to select this edge and just extrude this out to get this piece right here. And I'll just merge these 2 points together with Alt-M and maybe at center. I think I'd also like to extend this edge out right here. Just going to select these 3 and extend that to there. And then I'll connect these up with Alt-M and at last. I'm going to draw one more line over here, like this. Maybe down to here. Press Enter. Go to Edge Mode, and maybe I'll try these edges right here and extend those. Follow down to 1. I'd like to maybe take this edge and extend it down along the jawbone. So if I draw this along here, maybe I can extend this down to here and connect those up like this. Let's take a look at that. So now maybe I can connect these 4 up like this. So I'm going to extend this one more time. So I'll go to Draw, extend this like that. I'll click Add Surface, follow down to 1. Let's see how that works. So maybe we can connect this up. I think what I will do is extend this row down one more to connect up with this. I will do that. So draw here and enter. And let's go to Edge Mode. Select that edge and extend it on down. And then I just want to connect these up here. I think I'm going to extend this edge under the chin one more time before I extrude the neck down. So I'll just draw that there and then select these points and extrude that. There we go. And I'll connect these up. Alt-M at last. And I better bring these back into the center so they clip. So now what I'd like to do is begin extruding this down, the neck down. So I'm going to select all of this edge here. And let's just begin extruding this down. I'm going to, first of all, do one quick extrusion here and bring this down like this, and maybe extrude that in or pull it in a bit. Like so. Scale it in a hair, rotate it a bit, and we'll extrude down again, like that. Well, I think we've got a pretty good start on the head here. Right now we've got 239 faces in the object. Once we mirror it over, we'll have around 500. That's pretty good. We're on course here to have a good number of polygons for our character.